How can you use the lessons from this crisis to try and transform your online business? We know many people having to work from home, of course, but the lessons we learn from this could actually be used on the other side because things may never be the same again. Dr. Karen Sutherland is from the University of the Sunshine Coast and joins us now live. How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Yeah, really, really well, thank you. So as I say, a lot of people working from home, probably figuring out, why have I not been doing this all along?
I know, and what I'm actually finding in the university system is that there are a lot of outdated processes that are now being streamlined. So things like having to sign a document in pen has now been streamlined to electronic signatures, which, it's amazing what things can happen and changes can be made when they have to be. So yes, I completely agree with that.
And that's, I
I think
guess,
with a lot.
a little microcosm of what's going on right across the community, isn't it? The discovery of technology. You head to some of the shops that sell office supplies and there's nothing left on the shelves because people have been rushing in and getting themselves ready, and all sorts of businesses are trying everything they can to help to use it as an opportunity as well. But really, there's never been a better time to transform digitally.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, there are a lot of things that can be done at home as we're discovering. And what I'm finding too is a lot of businesses are shifting to meet people's needs now that they are at home. And what I wonder is at the end of this, hopefully there will be an end and it will be sooner rather than later. I wonder what is going to happen. Will the market then think, well, you know what, I really love this convenience of being able to get things brought to me, and will people just choose that over going out to get things so much like they used to? What do you think about that, Ahron?
Yeah, I completely agree, but I also think that it's an opportunity for business to now be able to look at it and to say, we have been a business which is all about an open shop, and now we've had to move online, and that's given us access to other customers. It's forced us to negotiate with Australia Post, for example, to try and keep our postage down because we're doing so much more now. And those are the sorts of things that on the other side of this, you'll realise that working with people who aren't in your office means that you don't just have to, let's say you're on the sunny coast, you don't just have to work with people who are based on the sunny coast or live in Maroochydore, etc. You'll actually be able to work with people anywhere around the world who specialise in what you specialise in.
Absolutely. And I think, what do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention. And so it's really forced people to adapt to the changing environment and use, work out how they can meet the current need. And the thing people, I think, or businesses need to consider is after this, because at the moment, a lot of businesses have shut and have moved solely online. So then if they do open their bricks and mortar premises, they may need to bring on some more staff to actually meet the needs of the people online as well. Because what can sometimes happen, I know working in, say, marketing communications, when there's a big push for online, when things sort of go back to semi-normal, sometimes the online staff, it takes a back seat. And things become outdated, and the online experience can sort of start to not be as great because the focus has changed back to, that face-to-face. So it's keeping in mind that now you have these new assets, how can you actually keep the standard of service at a high level as well as your face-to-face interactions with customers?
And that interaction with customers is so interesting. Last night, to do my exercise, of course, I decided to go for a walk. I live not far from the CBD, so I went for a walk through the CBD and was just having a look at what the different shops that have been closed now for several weeks, retailers are doing and saying on their door. Some people have the A4 piece of paper. Others have gone to quite a bit of an effort where they've actually had sign writers come in and take over the full window to say, head online. We are fully servicing online. Others as well using those windows as a message. R.M. Williams had a beautiful message on the front talking about, we've been around since 1932. We've gotten through so much before. Using the Australian spirit and goodwill, we'll get through this again, and just head online because we're trying to operate as much as we can. And that, I suppose, using the physical to point people online is new in a way, because usually it's the other way around. Usually online has been the ad to get people into the physical.
Yeah, totally. And it's, and I think that will change again. I think it's just the communication channel, and it's using them to your greatest advantage just to let people know what is going on. I mean, I've received many, many emails as well talking about what's going on from, I realized that, well, I didn't realize how many email lists I was actually on until this whole thing. So,
Yes.
Using a range of communication channels. But yeah, I really like the fact that because people are still going thinking maybe they're open, and just having that information there the worst thing you can do is not communicate with your customers about what
100%.
they need to know.
Yeah.
But remember, you only need to know certain things. So you don't have to tell them absolutely everything. You just have to say where they can connect with you again and wish them well. You know, like we're being bombarded with so much communication. Just give them the key messages of what they need to know.
All right, we'll leave it there. Dr. Karen Sutherland from the University of the Sunshine Coast. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.